Welcome to the Regular Joe's Podcast. I'm Dave Pisani.
I'm Barry Kay.
And I'm Todd Pleasant.
We were just saying, happy Halloween. I guess when you listen to this, or when it comes out, it'll be a couple days before Halloween. So this is our Halloween episode.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like one of those listen the day it comes out people, A, I apologize because this one's going to be a little late. But B, you know, you're still a few days away from Halloween. But if you're listening a day or two later, it could be right on Halloween, in which case, happy Halloween.
There you go. You know, it's funny. This is not on the list of my random, but have you guys seen all those giant animatronic things that Home Depot sells?
Yeah. Some of them are gigantic.
There's a house on my way to the train that has all of them. They have like 40 things, but there's a 15-foot skeleton, there's a 15-foot werewolf, it's crazy.
There's a store that we went to a month ago, had like a 15-foot black cat that was gigantic.
Oh, really?
That's gigantic.
Cool. I just sent you a picture of a house that we went by I guess this was in Georgia, just recently, and these things were crazy. And
those are crazy.
And those
are like a combination of Groot and skeleton.
And they had to be 16 feet high, at least.
Yeah, that's the big skeleton that they're selling now is like 15 feet high.
That's a nice house, by the way, Tom.
Yeah, it was a nice. I mean, we're just driving through this we're being detoured around traffic, and we went through this neighborhood, and every house on this street was uber decorated. And I think it was Marietta, and it was yeah. But
I just sent you guys something. This isn't a great picture, but the witch is 15 feet tall in this thing. This is just one section of their house. They have a ton of stuff. Anyway,
okay.
Those things are cool.
Been thrilling for us who are seeing the pictures, not so much for all of you, but but you can imagine what they look like.
The whole idea is like people used to decorate. They go all out for Christmas. I'm seeing more and more of the Halloween thing. It's really
because
cool.
It's more fun.
It is.
I would like that skeleton. I guess so. It's a 12-foot skeleton in my entryway. Would be cool inside.
Oh, that would be great.
It would look even bigger. I gotta get
room for that. We got that big thing over the door. That'd be great.
Yeah. So. Anyway, if you have any of those, let us know. Send us a picture. Okay. We're going to talk about we're going to Rhode Island Comic Con. As you listen to this, we'll be headed to Rhode Island Comic Con in a few days. It's the November 4th, 5th, 6th. So we'll be there. If you're there, let us know. Our 10th time, I believe, as we said. And we're going to play a game. We have a new thing. We're going to play a game. More on that later. Talk about some other stuff. Let's go some random. Who wants to go? Someone look.
I'll
get
go,
no
but
reaction.
I'm sure you're all going to have a similar topic. We talk about James Gunn.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Let's do it. Let's open the door.
James Gunn and Peter Safran, co-chairman and executive officers at DC Studios. Bam. They've been saying they need a Kevin Feige.
That is a good move.
James Gunn is probably the right guy.
I think it's a smart move.
He's played in both universes. He's made some of the best Marvel movies, and he made probably the best DC movie in a while.
Squad, but I think it wasn't that it was bad, but yeah, and that's a good move for them.
And he was the guy really behind Peacemaker, which we all love.
We love. He married that actress from Peacemaker. Smart move.
Oh, you want to know? I had a random from a couple weeks ago that I forgot to do. When they got married, they had Pop make them custom wedding topper.
Oh, that's great.
The Pop company made them a custom wedding topper of him and her out of Pops.
That's awesome. And
she shows up in another movie I saw recently.
She does.
But I guess we'll talk about that at some point.
Actually, that's going to be one of my randoms, Barry.
Okay.
And so, no, I think it's a super smart move. I think DC had a multiverse before anybody else did. And I think acknowledging that and saying, look, we're going to have everything connected, but we're still going to have artistic freedom and allow, reach into these different pockets. There's talks right now of Ben Affleck committing to 3 more Batman films. Interesting, or three more Batman appearances. not necessarily Batman films, but I'd be all for that. I think that is a Batman. I think we could have the young Batman, again, just being different aspects of this character, different universes, however you want to look at it.
And now we're also talking and hearing about potentially Henry Cavill coming back.
Henry Cavill, and I think it's more than potential. It sounds like
it is. I'm trying to avoid reading that because it's a spoiler for a movie I haven't seen.
He's talking. Yeah, it's been spoiled. He's talking about.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, Dave. I mean, honestly, there's nothing to that.
No, it's
at all.
Don't
don't read anything into it.
It's great in that, like I said,
and you miss it.
They pull back the curtain on the reality that he's in the same universe, and that's all. But the cool thing is, like he said, this is going to be a more hopeful, optimistic. What we will see is a more hopeful, optimistic Superman, and they even lightened up his costume. He steps out of the shadows and he's got a much lighter costume on. So this is.
I wonder if the James Gunn thing has been in the works for a while, and those guys are like, "Oh, James Gunn's running this thing. I can get back on board." Because if I'm like someone who's a smart,
could very well be. I think
actor, I'm like, you guys are a mess.
I think he probably needed to get through his Marvel commitments, and then before this. But I think. One of the interesting things, too, is it's now the DCU. It's not the DC Expanded Universe anymore. Now it's the DCU.
Well, they're calling it DC Studios.
Right.
Yeah.
But
they started immediately. So whether... Yeah. And then Kevin Feige was asked what he thinks of this, and he says he's all on board. He'll be the first person in line to see it. But he said, I don't know what how he's going to do anything over the next 6 months because he's got a movie to finish.
Right. Yes.
Right. But, and maybe this is not true at all, but there's got to be something in the back of his mind at least that's like, all right, well, yes, Marvel took me back, and yes, I've made some good things for them, but they're also the guys that kicked me to the curb. And DC took me in when Marvel kicked me to the curb. I don't know if
he's that guy anymore. I kind of wonder whether this is just like, there's not going to be a second Kevin Feige. And to be given this much freedom is a incredible opportunity. This is basically what Snyder had in front of him, and it wasn't, he just didn't pull it together.
I wonder if his contract also says I have the ability to do a Marvel project too.
Yeah.
I would write my contract that way. Why not?
It does make me think that, the slow kind of retreat from Guardians is going to be, it's going to close out that chapter.
Well, and we've also been hearing for months and months that, that this is the last Guardians story.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe now we know why, because he's not going to be there to keep working on it.
Yeah. So
it was said this is the last Guardians story with this group as we know it.
Right.
So, I mean, you could bring in another director. It's fine. I think it's all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
I'm super
a little hope.
It's like,
to DC.
It's to Marvel's advantage for someone else to be operating in this genre and making different stuff. Okay, it's they don't want to be doing. Put it this way: if every fifth DC film continues to be very good, it just makes Marvel look better. But I also think, like I said, you've got to have different ideas and different things going. I think it's also, people talk about fatigue all the time. These things aren't going away. They're changing the pace of them, and they're changing up some things, and they're restructuring for different audiences. But I think this is a genre that's going to be around for a little while. So
and the other thing that's just really insane when you think about everything that DC has been announcing, everything that they were planning and maybe canceled, none of it had Superman in it. And it's like Superman is. I get Batman and Superman are their marquee characters, but I think of Superman as being their top marquee character, and they're basically doing nothing with him.
And the single most difficult character to work with.
Right. But
but I'm saying that is
an actor that wants to do it. And,
no question. And they've got to find. They've got to find. I think that there's places to go with this, and they just need to. They need to explore more. But he will. I mean, if you look at again, he took one of the worst things that DC did, and followed up with the Suicide Squad with Suicide Squad, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely
night
brilliant.
and day, yeah.
And and went deep into to DC mythology with Starro and all this kind of stuff like this, and just made it awesome. And
but he also didn't have to reboot it to do that.
No, and that was just the thing. He didn't. And
because you would think, and
conventional
wisdom would have been start over,
right,
recast everybody,
take the least sympathetic character by far from the entire film, and resuscitate that character and make him so that we're looking forward to the next season of his show, which is just I would not have in $1 million imagined that was possible. Bet $1 million on that was not possible, and yet he did it. So
yeah, when I heard they were making a series around Peacemaker, I was like, why?
Yeah,
why? He was not that likable of a character, but
he
great.
turned into a likable character, which is not easy to do.
Yeah. So anyway, good. I mean, I was excited when I read this.
Yeah, me too. Todd, what do you
got? So, Barry, you and I saw a film this week. Should Dave see this film?
I'm seeing it anyway.
Okay.
So
I would say Dave could skip it.
I don't go to the movies a lot, but
well, and it. I texted you what I thought without spoiling anything. It was fun. It's fun.
This is as spoiler free, Daryl, as possible. Okay, we're talking about the film Black Adam, or we're not talking about the film Black Adam. I will say this is certainly surprise free. I mean, it was the spoiler which has been spoiled was probably the one thing that you didn't see coming a million miles away.
Until it was everywhere and you couldn't avoid it.
Until it was everywhere you couldn't avoid it. I mean,
and I don't know if this is something that I shouldn't say, we can cut it out. But that, by the way, is a post-credit scene. It's not even in the movie. Yeah,
it's a mid-credit sequence scene.
It's like, yeah,
and
you shouldn't say it to me because I haven't seen it. But okay.
Again, there's not a plot point or a turn in this thing that you don't see coming 300 yards away.
Yeah, I don't know. There was one. But it was a lot like Aquaman to me. Not at all like Aquaman, other than that it's a lot of fun, it's a CGI fest, and it's forgettable.
Yeah, no investment in it. I don't care if it's a good. Yeah.
We'll talk more after you've seen it. It's just like I said, I thought this thing was going to change my mind on this. I was dubious of this idea from the get-go, and I said they've got to have an idea. They've got to have something to some place to go with this, to do something different than I'm expecting. And it was exactly what I was expecting. It was the story right out of the comic. They did not change it really in any way. And yeah.
Well, and I didn't have any connection to the comics, so I didn't have any of that.
I read it.
The Rock, no offense to The Rock, but most of his movies are, Rampage, Skyscraper, or whatever. They're just 2-hour rides. That's it.
My favorite part of the movie was the fact that I was seeing it in a movie theater that was built in 1940 and has not been updated since 1940.
I mean, how was that? Was that a horrible experience?
They put recliner seats in it and a 4K screen.
Oh, so, it was a
the screen and the sound was fine. The seats were recliners, but it was in this dilapidated 1940s theater that looks like it hasn't been repainted since then.
That's crazy.
Joey we went to visit my son up at school, and he was with us. That's why we went to see it. He went upstairs because he was looking for the men's room. He didn't see it at the first floor because he didn't understand the word gentleman meant that's where the bathroom was. So he went upstairs looking for a bathroom, and he takes a picture and brings it down and asking me what this machine is. It was an old either cigarette or candy machine with you pull the thing.
Ooh, I want one of those.
But none of the candy was in it. But he's like, what is this for, Dad? And I'm like, oh, that's an old candy machine from like when we were little kids. So that's
those are
like
cool, the 50s. I want one.
That's
for
how
my
old the
movie
theater was. That's the kind of stuff that was still in there. But so that was and the ceiling was
painted. Next time you go up there,
and,
steal that for me.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to get it off the second floor. Probably weighs 1,000 pounds.
There you go. They're not too heavy.
So
that's funny.
All right, Dave, you got a random?
So I have two that go together. I'm gonna do them in the right order now.
Okay.
So apparently Disney has told Lucasfilm to stop announcing movie projects and collaborations, which makes sense because then they listed all of them.
The ones that aren't happening.
The Game of Thrones guys, Rian Johnson, Patty Jenkins, Kevin Feige.
I feel like
they announced
Taika Waititi.
Waititi.
I feel like the likelihood that you're going to do a film for that studio is decreased by it being attached to your name.
Yeah.
Rian Johnson, by the way, was also asked just last week about
again,
and
we're talking all the time.
Yeah. I know what you're going to say next.
So then the next thing they announced was Damon Lindelof has a movie in the works that is post Rise of Skywalker and could potentially have some of the characters from those sequels in it. So, like, I don't know if they said that after they announced it, Disney was like, stop announcing stuff. What is your problem?
So and they've attached the female director.
That's right, the director from
Ms. Marvel to it as well. So they've already, and now they're announcing him as the writer or co-writer. Yeah. They didn't say who he's co-writing with, and her as the director.
They did. I think they did say someone we don't know, but like, how real is that? How not real is that?
Well, and they're saying it was like a secret. This has been going on for a while because he's well into the writing of it. They said it's not like they're not announcing it at a point where he hasn't started yet. He's actually deep into writing it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Taika Waititi thing was supposed to come out next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which he has not started writing yet.
Yeah. After freaking Thor, please.
I'm a Damon Lindelof fan. I like a lot of his work. Not all of it, but I like a lot of his work.
I worry about him. I don't know.
Well, I know he's also the guy that said that Star Trek 2 wasn't going to be Wrath of Khan remake, and it was. But he also did The Watchmen, which was amazing, and he's done some other stuff that's I've loved, and of course amazing. Lost. So,
the thing is, I'm trying to think through all the stuff. So you get these people announced. Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman, probably the best DC film. Then she announces she's doing Star Wars. Then she does Wonder Woman 1984. Taika Waititi, kicking ass. Everything's great. Then he does this newest Thor movie. There seems to be like, as soon as you get announced you're making a Star Wars movie, your next thing is a piece of shit.
That's also maybe a good reason why.
I think you have this wrong, Dave. I think your project that's in the can belongs in the can. That's when you need the PR of like. So you need your next gig lined up when you just finished a film that is a stinker. And
they're all doing it, even those Game of Thrones.
Lindelof's last project was Watchmen, and he purposely said he wouldn't make a sequel to it.
But I was saying,
Maybe he purposely didn't make a Watchmen sequel because he knew he didn't want to lose this Star Wars kick.
Yeah.
Damon is a huge Star Wars fan. Huge.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest with you. I don't think they do either.
And I don't mean this disrespectfully either. I'm not sure about her as the director. I really liked what she did on Ms. Marvel, by the way.
It was good, but you
no
can
disrespect
take on
there.
A big movie? Big, giant, important movie?
I know. And Kathleen Kennedy has wanted a female director in Star Wars. And look, some of the female directors on the TV shows have been great. Bryce Dallas Howard's done a great job.
Deborah Chow.
Deborah Chow has done a great job.
There's a lot of good female directors out there, but I would be more comfortable with someone who's taken on a big project like that.
The greatest thing that we've seen leading up to one of these canceled, that Patty Jenkins video where she was walking or rollerblading, that was one of the greatest movie announcements ever, and then it just fell apart.
And then she came out with Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, I know. Brutal.
The Game of Thrones guys, oh my god, they're awesome. Oh, here's the last season. You guys suck.
Exactly. It's that. It's like I said. There's like 3 of these, and is this Disney just like retreating from,
this
being
is
like
Lucasfilm?
But that's not even counting the director changes for the movies that did come out.
I know, but what I'm saying is this they're like wanting to capture the buzz of these directors, and their hard on for them lasts exactly as long as the buzz lasts. I mean, but
they make follow up things suck. I don't know.
They need to do something in the theater. They need Star Wars needs a theatrical, product.
I don't know that that's true. I do not know that that's true. If they took a decade, and expanded this universe solely in series and in some made for TV films, which I think after Werewolf by Night they could totally do something like that and explore a character or whatever. I think that's fine, because what they were left with, where they were left on screen, did not leave them a lot of places to go.
But there's
a million places for them.
Taking the emotion out of it for a minute, they paid $4 billion for Star Wars. They invested billions more in two theme parks and in a hotel that is not very well booked. They need something.
Big movie.
They need something to keep driving the machine. I mean, it's a machine at this point. They need. And this TV shows, I've loved all the TV shows, some more than others, but there have been none that I've disliked. I'm really enjoying Andor, which we haven't talked about in a while, but they need to be in the movies.
I agree. I think so. I think they have another couple years. They could do another 3. What was it, 2019 was Rise of Skywalker? Plus there was COVID. You can get away with another 3 years. Just do something good. Just be smart.
That just reminded me, I texted you guys this, but the movie theater that I went to that I was talking about before, they still had Rise of Skywalker popcorn buckets because that came out and then COVID hit. And I don't think this is a very well-traveled movie theater, quite honestly. I texted you guys, like, we went there the morning of to see if there were tickets still left, because it was a Saturday night and it was the opening weekend. So we're like, oh, we wanted to get tickets for Black Adam tonight at 8 o'clock. We just want to see if there's any left. She's like, you're the first tickets we're selling. Yeah. She's like, there's all the seats left.
That's my local theater.
But they had Rise of Skywalker popcorn buckets.
Still. That's great.
So I'm gonna say this just kind of in response to the what Damon Lindelof is supposed to be doing. I think if they do something in the theaters, I think it's got to be on a different track than what you're watching at home. And I think maybe we look at everything moving. Let the TV shows be wedged in between the series, in between the previous films. Let them fill in the backstories and all that kind of stuff, but go forward on the films.
Yeah, I agree.
And let them take the completely uncharted path ahead and develop that, and let the gaps they create be backfilled on TV.
That's fair. When they paid $4 billion for this and they started with Force Awakens, they thought they were making 9 or 12 movies.
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't think they were making
no
3,
as I'm saying.
And that it was going to be so divisive that they were going to stop after basically 3 movies. They thought those characters were going to go on to do multiple trilogies.
But at the same time, they were making films. They were doing these Star Wars story films. That was the plan. That are being better handled on TV right now. So, with the exception of Rogue One. But what I'm saying is, have a different roadmap for the films versus TV. That could be really, really interesting. I'd love to see a Rogue Squadron film that's moving forward, that's not me too. Backward facing. So
and this is going to sound weird coming from me. I think had Boba Fett been a tight 2-hour movie instead of a 6-hour TV series, it might have made a better movie.
I agree.
Than a TV show.
I agree. I think there's places to go with that they.
But the perceived failure of Solo killed the idea of a Star Wars story movies. I mean, that just.
I don't think you have to attach. I don't think you have to attach perceived to that when you look at the numbers.
I don't think it was a failure. I just think people didn't. It made
I'm failure from what their expectations.
That's
were.
What I'm saying. It failed to meet expectations at almost every single level, domestically, internationally, whatever. There just was not the market for that film.
We've covered this ground a million times, but I think part of that was a poor choice to make that movie at that time when you had just killed the real Han Solo.
I'm saying yes. It was.
Had they waited and done it differently, maybe it wouldn't have been such a train wreck.
That's the whole. We can go.
Had we got the Obi-Wan story at that point instead of the thing, I think it would have been received much better.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, moving along. Did we want to talk about those trailers?
Before we do, did you guys see the Wakanda Forever thing today? There's another TV spot, a TV spot that came out that's also online.
Have not seen it.
Even more stuff, a lot more Black Panther in costume. this looks really, really interesting. And they're just thrown. I mean, it's the 11th. I don't think there's maybe more than 3 shots in the 60-second TV spot that were in the previous trailers, because I saw the trailer last week again, or earlier this week again. They're really pushing this film, and they're putting a lot out there. I'm really wondering if this is a, one of those things where they're setting up a set of expectations and going to pivot another way. So
I'm still kind of
definitely
curious why this movie needs to be 3 hours long, but okay.
Yeah,
Barry hates the long movies.
I like long movies when they warrant it. I'm not sure this one does, but
we'll see. There's a lot here.
I already have tickets.
I do not have tickets.
We see a hell of a lot of Namor flying away in this trailer.
I haven't
with his
seen
little
too many. I got to rewatch
wings.
some of the spots.
Yeah, like I said, one drop to TV only spot dropped today, and like I said, there's a hell of a lot there. So
I know we're already 25 minutes in, but do you want to talk quickly about the Quantumania and the Guardians trailers?
Yeah, let's go.
I don't think there's a lot to say, but quick. Let's keep it quick though.
Hope Van Dyne's hair looks terrible.
Awful.
Okay, God, I knew we were going there. Okay.
I honestly don't think we saw anything in this trailer. I mean, there were cool images, but there was nothing going on really.
I mean, I think they set the premise for this.
Like it's like when Doctor Strange went into the multiverse the first time, and the whole thing looks like that.
I'm a little sick of the multiverse. I'm a little sick of these like weird Inception places.
I kind of feel this is going to be more Guardians-like than anything else. I think this is a whole, they might as well be in space. And they are. They're in inner space. I don't know. It looked interesting.
I've really enjoyed the Ant-Man movies. I like Paul Rudd as that character. So I'm looking forward to it, but this trailer didn't grab me. Blow me away. Yeah.
Like the Thor trailer for a movie that I think sucked was way better. It looks, oh my God, so maybe the not so interesting trailer is for a better movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe there are other scenes in the movie where Hope has longer hair.
Maybe this is just helmet hair. Maybe that's what you're seeing.
No, it's all short. It looks like
Evangeline, what happened?
What's your story? You're just dying to have ugly hair in every movie.
So I will say Jonathan Majors looks like Kang. I mean, they did a good job Kanging him up. He's got the traditional Kang costume. I find it really interesting that like Kang has this mask with these kind of lines on his face. He now had, when you see him without the mask, he has those same lines in his face. Just kind of interesting.
I just for the next big bad guy, I don't get, and he looks like a normal dude. I'd like to see something about this guy that makes him look like, oh my God, that's a bad guy.
In Loki, we saw Kang Light. This is a.
But you see what I'm saying? He looks like just a regular guy. What's so bad about him?
I don't know. Isn't he supposed to be huge too? Like it seems like he was like normal height.
He's like bigger than average, but he's.
You thought Thanos, and you're like, oh, that's the bad looking guy. He's this guy just, I don't know what his story is.
This is more about what he can do, and this is a guy who just, like I said, has infinite power over time, and you can do a lot with that. And it's like I said, if handled right, this could be very, very interesting. They need a different kind of bad guy. He is not going to be the physical threat bad guy. He's going to be he can F up everything that exists bad guy. And yeah, there could be think about this. It's like somebody that can screw with time. You could have the equivalent of the snap and not even having known it happened. Okay? So everything can be rewritten by this guy.
But I'm saying they're not putting that out there for you. You're not seeing anything about this guy.
I think you've got to learn who this character is. I don't think a lot of people really knew who Thanos was. I mean, I remember when we first saw him sitting on the rock at the end of Avengers, and I was like, oh, that's and people were like, who? They had no idea.
No, but what they did a good job of was building up over the course of a couple movies. Thanos is coming. Thanos is coming.
And that's what I'm saying.
I feel like they introduced this guy in a TV show that most people
seeing the tip of the iceberg here. Watch. This is the equivalent to what we saw in Loki was the equivalent to Thanos pre Josh Brolin sitting on a rock, okay, and just glowing eyes. And
nobody remembers that guy is this
the Loki guy. Yeah, that's what I agree. Like, I don't think that Loki was a good setup for this character.
Yeah.
As I'm saying, it's like that is not this guy. That is a pale version of this guy. And I think, like I said, we're gonna see a different character.
All right, I'm good. I hope so. I'm going to see the movie.
Really bad. He has to kill Hope because of her haircut. Now there's
there's real stakes now.
Stakes. That's the word I'm looking for. Now there's stakes.
Grow your hair or die.
And she says, kill me.
And I won't take a vaccine either. And he kills her.
Okay.
Is she not a vaccine?
I think she's an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
Jesus, what's with her?
I know. I know.
You're off the list.
She'll always be Kate to me.
So.
Yes, Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy, a holiday special, which is the funniest thing.
Okay. So when they were going to someone's house, whose house did you think they were going to?
I had heard. So
I hadn't heard. So
I was like, please
I
be
died
David.
laughing.
Please be David Hasselhoff. Please be David Hasselhoff. Please be David Hasselhoff. I was sure that's what it was going to be.
Well, now I'm hoping it, and I would not have hoped that only because I just saw David Hasselhoff on an episode of The Goldbergs, and man, does he look bad.
But still, this was like his childhood idol.
But Kevin Bacon he said that it's the greatest movie in the history of America.
I understand that.
Because they've referenced that a couple of times.
But Hasselhoff was who he claimed as, who he was his fake
thought
father.
His dad was.
So
I wish I hadn't heard. I wouldn't have had a clue what they were doing.
I didn't know until I saw it, and I was dying. It was so funny.
Introducing Kevin Bacon.
He lives in New York, by the way, so that's not his house.
Yeah, but still. The whole Drax and Mantis going to get him was just so funny.
It's just going to be like a goof fest, which is, I
fine.
think, good.
I think it's fine. It's just, hey.
I think that's a good thing. That's what this should be. Another special.
My fear was they were going to do a Life Day thing, and it was just going to be like,
How great would it be if there was some kind of Life Day reference?
There's going to be something.
There's got to be.
There has to be.
I was so happy when I saw that trailer. It just brought pure joy.
That comes out soon, right?
Yeah, it should be out probably I would imagine it'll be out in November, probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
So November 16th, I want to say.
So let me ask you this. Is this going to have bearing on the film? Is this going to be how they reintroduce the other Gamora to the...
I bet you no, because they know a lot of people are going to see it, but they probably don't. It's probably not mandatory viewing to see the next Guardians movie.
Yeah, I kind of. I
mean, I feel like they've got to get Gamora back in the loop. They used Thor: Love and Thunder to get Thor out of the off the ship. I feel like we'll see, and they pretty much stated that the whole purpose of this mission was because he's still bummed out.
He's
about
sad
losing.
because of Gamora. Yeah.
So.
And it's Christmas time, right? It's a Christmas thing.
It's a Christmas
obviously.
thing.
Holiday.
Yep. So it looks fun.
So it's interesting.
It looks awesome.
This is the second special, so I'm guessing it'll be an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ish.
Which would be perfect.
No, that'll be good.
All it needs special.
They could be onto something with this.
You think if they do like these things, like they do they did short tracks back when they were doing that, where they kind of film them concurrently using the stuff that they have, using the directors available, that could be really smart. So.
And this is the perfect group and cast to do it with, because there's already so much humor built into those movies that you're not going to feel like these characters are out of character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Also,
that makes sense.
I will probably be on the hook for buying another Groot figure. It's like, Groot's grown again. So
yeah, he's
I didn't
taller.
know.
Well, exciting stuff. Good stuff. And you know what? This is the other thing that Disney Plus has done a great job with. Unlike Hulu and Netflix and even Paramount, where I question sometimes, why am I still paying for this? Disney keeps giving me great stuff to watch. Every month there's something else that I'm excited about.
You know what I'm excited about? Fanboy Collectibles.
Nice transition.
Gotta find it somewhere after 35 minutes. I think, we didn't talk about it last week. X06 Andorian.
Yep.
That's from Enterprise, right?
It's from
From Enterprise, yeah.
Enterprise.
Surprising that he's, what's his name's not even out yet, and they've already put up another character from Enterprise, but not the one you would expect, right? So
absolutely not who you would expect.
Archer's not out yet, but yet this guy is now up for pre-order.
Cool, it's a good representative alien that hasn't been done before, so that's interesting.
And one of the better characters from the series too. So I think it's great. I think I'm going to get him seriously. Yeah.
If you're getting Archer, it makes sense.
It does.
I don't think I'm getting Archer.
I got Archer, but if I was doing, because Todd and I at one point talked about doing the captains and their second in command as a collection, but I'm not sure where this guy fits. Yeah, well, and their enemies. There you go. Now it fits in perfect.
Interestingly, if they had gotten another season, he was going to be in the crew. And I think that's one of the things that I really was disappointed that we didn't get to see. So he was going to be joining as a series regular. And I also feel it's great that they finally gave this guy a figure because he's played a character in pretty much every single incarnation of modern incarnation of Star Trek. So,
is that Jeffrey Combs?
Yeah.
Also, Black Widow movie from the Black Widow movie.
On
Todd,
its way.
Did you get that?
In stock.
Hot Toys Green Goblin Deluxe. They got that from the last Spider-Man movie. There's Hot Toys.
Anybody? Blurg.
I was going to say, anybody pony up for the Blurg?
I did not. It's huge. I've seen a review of it. It looks amazing.
There you go. You need a Blurg. If you got Nick Nolte, you want to stick him on the Blurg. They got everything. Check them out. The holiday season is coming. I have seen holiday commercials, which is just so awful already. It's not even Halloween, and there's Christmas commercials out. But we're going to do a Christmas commercial. Holidays are coming up. You want to get stuff for your friends. You want to get stuff for yourself. You want to tell your loved ones what you want. Send them to Fanboy Collectibles.
Could get that online, sexy evil queen statue.
Text them a link. Tell them what you want. Maybe it'll be under the tree.
Just copy link, have them order it. They take all major credit cards and PayPal. We've never said that before, but check them out, fanboycollectibles.com. Check them out, their store in Newtown, Connecticut. Use their gift registry. No, they don't have it.
If we keep saying it, maybe Troy will do it.
They should. Anyway, tell them the regular Joe sent you. Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
37 minutes in.
We may not get to anything else, but that's fine. So, we're going to Rhode Island Comic Con, and we do this amongst ourselves. So, we're going to do it with you. And a little setup, and we'll insert a clip somewhere in here of how this came about.
We're going to try. I did look for it, but we'll try.
You find it?
Well, here's the thing. I found the entire clip, and it gets cut just before you say what the classic line. So
really?
Well,
I thought that was on.
Boy, we should explain what we're talking about.
But here's the thing: if we go back to the actual episode, it's probably in it.
Yes,
the file that I have. It's Rhode Island Comic Con from 10 years ago. We'll find.
Anyway, okay. So basically, when we go to, let me start. So we were recording. I don't know what year it was. We're in the lobby like we are, and we're going to be in there next week. So. We're recording, we're talking to whoever, I don't know. Karen Gillan, the lovely Karen Gillan, walks by.
Yeah, speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, Nebula from...
Exactly. And she kind of looks and said, and was wondering what's going on. So I don't remember what I said. It'll be in this clip that you'll hear at some point. And, hey, Karen, we're recording a podcast. And she kind of leans in and says, hello there. And I'm like, come talk to us. And she just kept walking. But
she's like, she actually says, I have to go to bed. It's late. And she's tired or whatever.
Does she?
But she's very nice and polite with us, and actually does speak on the microphone for a second.
Yeah, and then she left. And I guess I don't remember, but I remember saying after she left, I could still smell her. She had this lovely perfume on. She smelled like a lovely Karen Gillan, beautiful woman with nice perfume. So that sort of over the years has turned into, oh, who's at Rhode Island Comic Con? It's so and so. Do you want their autograph?
Okay,
I don't know.
This was preceded by, I just want to look at them. Remember?
Yeah. I just want to take a look at them.
Right. There's people you want autographs from. There's people you just want to look at.
Yes, exactly. Just to be clear, there's people you want to get autographs from, but there's people you just want to look at them.
And then there's people you don't care about at all.
So prior to the Karen Gillan perfuming, it was the question always was, do you want, are you looking to get their autograph or just look at them? I mostly look at them. You guys are more into the autographs, but yes. So
So then we started saying, I just want to smell them.
Yes.
Right.
It's like, and that takes it to a whole creepier level.
Yes.
But it was coming from a good place.
It was coming
as
from
an inside joke, which we're now
yes,
making an
but
everybody joke.
And also, like, so whenever you walk away from one of these encounters, the first question is not bizarrely, how was it, and how was she to meet, whatever. It's like, how did she smell?
How did she smell?
And we could smell dudes too. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just haven't.
We can talk about which dudes we want to smell.
I think
I'm manly enough to do that.
The Batgirl actress. There was some talk about.
She was lovely. We got her autograph, and we
some talk about Haley. Anyways, so it's been a thing.
Wait, here's Karen Gillum right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God,
Karen. There's Karen Gillum right there.
And she's
Karen. Would you like to be on our podcast?
Hey, Karen. How you doing? Go to bed.
We're the Regular Joe's podcast. We love all the work you do.
Thank you very much, and hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Maybe not platinum, but gold.
That's fucking platinum, baby. It's not about quality. She's huge. 2 Guardians of the Galaxy people.
Yes, that's right.
She's awesome. Our first Doctor Who person, no?
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's awesome.
All right. I'll elevate that to platinum status.
Lobby pays off, man. The lobby pays off. That's huge.
Of course it's huge.
What are you kidding me?
Okay.
Hey, yes, that was huge.
That was huge.
Oh,
I take nothing away from that.
So cute. She was right in my face.
And now I can confirm she clearly has a Scottish
She does.
Yeah, she does.
She was so sweet and beautiful. She was right in my face.
Yes, she was. Do you need a moment to
I do. I need to just.
I can still smell her, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that was spectacular.
I can't smell her. Okay, that was very exciting. Karen Gillum said a couple words to her. She's lovely. She was very sweet to even stop and talk to us. Incredibly beautiful in person.
And again, I will confirm now she has a Scottish accent.
She does have a Scottish accent.
I heard it there clearly.
Duh. Okay.
So here's the game. We're gonna go through the list of guests, and we're gonna say, would you want their autograph? Do you want to just smell them, or will you pass? So that's the game.
Yes.
I think the best way to do this is I want to have the website up.
I've got the website up in front of me.
One of us, same person, just list off the names so we don't go this rotating thing.
All right, let's start with Ahmed Best. Or are we just doing the women?
Wait, I want to get to the website. Hang on.
Because this is the first year they've ever put them in alphabetical order by first name, which is it's a weird way to do it, but it oddly works. So Ahmed Best is the first person on the guest list.
Okay, it's giving me ads.
You got to go to the guest. Do you want me to give you the link?
No, I got it. I got it right here. Okay. I'm up in the air, but I would consider his autograph.
I'm getting Ahmed Best's autograph, 100%.
I'm going to pass.
Okay, fine. We got to.
I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this woman's name.
Alanya Huffman.
Alanya
Huffman.
I'll smell her.
I would definitely smell her. I like her. She's been in a lot of cons and she's been in some cool stuff. Supernatural.
Stargate.
She's been in Smallville, Stargate.
Yep.
All right, Todd.
No. One person's going to do it, so it's either me.
No. I mean,
no.
He didn't
She's
say
asking
he didn't
for
say
what
he's
my
going to
choice
do.
is.
Oh, I thought you said it.
I would put her in
sorry.
the smell category.
Okay.
So.
All right. Alicia Silverstone. Smell.
I would definitely smell her. Consider an autograph.
Also consider an autograph because there's Dave. You could do the Batgirl trifecta, right? Because you got
true.
Yvonne
He has
Craig.
the other two Batgirls.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know
autograph.
You could
Don't do that when I just swallowed water.
Okay. You have an autograph from Yvonne Craig. You have an autograph from the Titans Batgirl, and you could get Alicia Silverstone, and you just covered all the bases. You just have to get
that.
You just have to get Dina Meyer.
Meyer.
And she's achievable. She does conventions.
Yeah, I'm telling you could just that's a finite collection right
That's
there.
an obtainable finite collection,
Yes.
Dave. I think you have an obligation now.
You could even get the autograph of the not Batgirl, but I wouldn't bother. So.
Okay.
From the
Moving on. Amelie. Don't know who she is.
Don't know or pass.
Amy Allen. Ayla Secora.
I have her autograph. I will smell her.
I'm sorry. This makes me laugh every time. She's lovely. I've met her before. Dave, we met her together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could get an autograph, but if not, I will definitely smell.
I'm probably.
Is everyone answering? Todd, are you answering?
Yeah, well, again, it's just you blew by. Pass. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we doing every single guest on this list?
I don't know. We got to go a lot faster.
Amy Dumas. She's a professional wrestler. Pass. Anthony Rapp.
I would consider his autograph. I will definitely smell him.
And probably have a lawsuit as a result. Yes.
I have his autograph already on that poster that Todd hates that I have. So
You do? Did we meet him somewhere?
No, I was at the premiere for season 2.
Do we need to talk about this again?
Sorry.
All right, I'm skipping all the way to Bonnie Bartlett from V.
It's not only girls we're doing.
I'm skipping the... You want me to do Billy Gunn, the professional wrestler?
Pass.
If there's a guy that you really want to smell, just bring it up, okay? Just jump in with it.
So I'm Bonnie Bartlett.
Pass.
From V. Pass. Bonnie Peace.
Hey,
I'm getting her autograph.
Consider getting her autograph.
I'm getting her on my Obi-Wan poster.
Yeah,
I'm pass.
Breckenmeyer. Pass. Let's see. Scrolling. Well, Carrie Jones, I'm getting his autograph, but...
I'll smell him. I'll look at him.
Okay.
Smell is look.
All right. Chad L. Coleman from the Orville.
I think I've gotten his autograph on something, so pass.
Okay. Todd, are you still...
I'll chime in when...
Okay.
Remember,
All
I'm kind of on the periphery here.
All right, this one's for you, Connor Leslie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Autograph.
So this is...
I will breathe her in deeply. And
yes. Autograph, breathe her in deeply. And yes. Yep.
Yes,
she plays Wonder Girl on Titans, which comes back next week, by the way.
Which is a great show, and she's great in it, and she's also lovely.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I would add a fourth category. Probably will have a restraining order applied to it. Go. Yeah, okay.
You could get a photo op with her, too. We got to do a photo op with her.
We should.
Maybe we should. Daniel Logan. All right, I'm skipping that.
Curran Walters, I will smell.
Okay, that's true.
Which means I want to look at him. I want to see what that dude's story is.
That's fair. Wasn't he there last year, too?
I don't remember seeing him.
He was. He was where we saw Hawk and Batgirl.
Yeah, he was right next to Hawk.
Yep.
All right, Danny Trejo.
Wait, Daniel Logan. Now, we've gotten his autograph.
And
we've
he was on
hung
the
out
podcast.
with him.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. I will definitely go take a look at him.
Okay.
And smell him.
Danny Trejo, I'm getting his autograph. I don't know that he smells very good, but I'm getting his autograph.
I would skip that entirely.
Getting him on my
Pass.
Book of Boba Fett poster.
Pass.
Dorian King, I'm getting his autograph on my Book
Who's
of Boba
that?
Fett poster. He played Cad Bane in Book of Boba Fett.
No interest.
All right, Elizabeth Shue.
I would say definitely smell, possibly
smell.
Autograph.
Her autograph is a lot.
She's asking a lot, and I thought about adding her to my Karate Kid poster.
We're backing down to smell.
Oh shit! I should get her on my Karate Kid mini poster.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
That's
we're backing down to smell.
Oh, thanks for reminding me that. I gotta.
Hey, what am I here for if not to spend your money?
I gotta bring that. Yeah, because so what do we all have the All Valley poster?
I do.
I do.
Signed by the other three.
So the other three are on it. Yeah, she would be the next person to put on it.
She'd be the only other person to put on it, really.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Mr. Miyagi, but he's not going to happen.
No,
so.
that's too bad. Yeah. Okay.
All right, moving on. Emily Swallow, who I've now met twice, so I'm going to pass.
We've met, but I still will smell her again.
Yeah, I'll pass just because I've met and smelled her twice. Eric Estrada.
I will smell him. I want to see what that dude's up to.
Yeah, why not? Ethan Suplee, I am getting his autograph on my Mallrats poster.
Pass.
Genevieve Padalecki from Supernatural.
Honestly, the amount she's asking for her photo op is ridiculous.
Yeah. So
pass.
we're passing on her. Okay. Todd, your friend Gigi Edgley.
Well, you forgot Gianni Russo, who, if we know anything...
You told me to go faster, Dave.
I'm just saying. But if we know anything from watching that The Offer movie, he was supposedly an asshole on the set and was mean to girls. I'm surprised he's out there trying to get... He needs a punch in the face, I think.
Well, and you just like him because he was on Prison Break, and you love that show.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't you? Isn't that one of the ones you watched?
I did watch. I don't even remember him being on it.
Well, I only know he was on it because I see his name here. All right, Grant Feely. He's the little kid that played Luke. He's going on my Obi-Wan poster.
I'm not smelling him. He's underage.
He's underage. Right. We can't smell him.
Good that you draw that line.
And we're skipping over Gremolina. Jackie Earl Haley. I would actually... I'm interested, especially because he was in Bad News Bears when we were kids, but...
I would get him on my Bad News Bears poster.
I actually went through my probably 50 posters I have in tubes looking for my Watchmen poster, because if I could find it, I'd get him to sign it, but I couldn't. I think I got rid of it. All right, I'm going to try to move a little faster.
Jamie Farr, smell.
Jamie Farr is actually going to be there. That's crazy.
Wow.
I will look at Jared Padalecki. The fact that he's asking $120 is obscene.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? That's insane.
Jason David Frank, you can't get anywhere near him to smell him, but he's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He only asked $60 for an autograph. He's half the price of Jared.
He was on our show. He spent a lot of time with us with
with Sam Jones.
Sam Jones, good dude.
Jason Lee, at late edition. I'm super psyched. I'm getting him on my Mallrats poster.
I'll look at him.
Javica Leslie, if I pronounce that right.
That show's been canceled for like 2 years already.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm moving faster. I'm moving super fast now.
John Barrowman, I will definitely look at him.
Yes, likewise. Yep.
John
Glover, I will look at him. I'm sorry, I'm just jumping in here.
No, it's good. Keith Coogan, I would have smelled him, but I smelled him last year. So, let's see. Loretta Swit. You can get her and Jamie Farr together. It's probably a dual photo op.
I would not get their autographs, but I'll look at them. I'll see what these people look like.
Yep.
Margot Bingham from The Walking Dead.
Never heard of her.
Okay. Cruising. Misty Rojas.
Mark Shepard I'll take a look at, too.
Mark Shepard, I'm actually probably going to get his autograph because I have that whole Battlestar Last Supper print with like 11 autographs on it already. He's not in the picture, but he should be on there.
Fair enough.
All right. Nadia Hilker from Walking Dead. Looks
you
cute.
Missed Rooker. I'll always take a sniff of Rooker.
Okay.
We got a little sniff of Rooker.
Okay, then Mitch Pileggi. Todd, you're a big
Mitch
X-Files
Pileggi
fan.
is the guy we were going after. I was ready to ask him if he would sit down and record with us, and all of a sudden Rooker walks out, and I totally abandon him and go to Rooker.
He'll never forgive you for that.
Well,
he
Rooker was
down
the better.
with us. He's a
was
good
the better
dude.
interview. Yeah.
Yep.
Peter Weller.
Doesn't someone want his autograph?
He scares me.
Maybe was it Brian?
He scares me.
He does scare me a little bit. I mean, he has been in Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rachel Lee Cook definitely
Gotta
smell her.
I forgot Machio's going to be there.
Machio's going to be there. Yeah, he's another good one.
We've met him a couple times.
Rupert Friend.
Yep.
Friend. I'm getting his autograph.
He does nothing for me.
Samantha Ferris.
She's what?
Supernatural?
Supernatural? I liked her in Supernatural. And Samantha Smith was in Supernatural, too. We saw her last year.
Yeah.
She smells good.
Soraya Faka Page. She's a professional wrestler. Her autograph price is odd. It's $79.
That's
and a photo op is $105. Everybody else is like round numbers. Let's see.
Sergeant Slaughter, $40. That's a bargain. No interest.
Sergeant Slaughter's a good dude, though. Stacey Dash.
Definitely will take a look at her, although
for sure.
She probably will be wearing a Trump shirt. She's nuts.
Is she?
Yeah, she's totally hardcore Republican.
So, interestingly enough, Vincent D'Onofrio was scheduled, canceled, and has, as of today, rescheduled.
For 2 days.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
I will get his autograph.
You miss Stephen Amell. You got to smell that dude. He's ripped.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And Stephen Williams, he sat down with us.
Stephen Williams did.
He's really good dude.
What's funny about that interview was I don't think any of us really were prepared for that because I would have asked him questions about 21 Jump Street. I don't think we even touched on
He was also
that.
not prepared for that. He was pretty buzzed.
Yeah.
So
we talked about X-Files, but he was a good dude.
He was a really good dude.
Gave us a lot of nice time.
Yeah, no, he was great. At the time, I didn't make the connection about 21 Jump Street.
Trish Stratus, I would definitely smell.
Yes, Trish Stratus.
And William Daniels, he's Kit.
He is Kit, and he was on Boy Meets World. Billy Zabka hopefully remembers that quality time we spent together, and
we spent a lot of good time with him. Was he our first guy? Or
he was our first real.
He was our first real interview.
Real interview on the show, yeah. And Zach Levi, who is also asking a ridiculous amount of money for an autograph.
That's way too much money.
Yeah.
And I've met him, but what's up with that? He seems like a really good dude. He was in Chuck and all that stuff, and he's asking a ridiculous price.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Now, if he was with Yvonne Strahovski, okay, I'd pony up to smell and whatnot, but by himself, nah.
All right, well, that's everybody. That game sort of fell apart, but thanks for bearing with us.
You know, sometimes
we normally do this like in the hotel room or on the car ride.
Dave and I will do it on the way there in the car,
and we have not done it. I got to look through this again.
We'll do fuck, marry, kill next time.
Slightly less emphasis on the smelling part, but
yeah, that was just for us.
What's Barrowman been doing? We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's always funny.
Yep.
A little disappointed Shatner's not going to be there. I don't know why, because we've seen him a million times and we've gotten his autograph a bunch of times, but I can never get enough Shatner.
I know. He's been there every year. And then he's going to be like 2 weeks later or less than 2 weeks later up in
in
Ticonderoga.
So do you just want to end the show now?
Oh, and never mind. I don't see any cancellations. So I did read that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that thankfully nobody that I'm really excited about seeing canceled this year. So
yeah, I don't have a ton, but maybe I'll do that Elizabeth show. It makes sense to put on that poster. Even if it's $80, that's a lot.
You've spent more.
I spent more on less.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I know that was a little bit of a mess, but we'll be there. So you come. Tell us who you want to see. Smell.
If you join us there, then you can participate in real time. It'll be fun.
And we got a prize for you if you join us.
Sure.
Okay, let's go. What's in the box? I don't have one, but I know you guys do. Barry, what's in the box?
Yeah, so the biggest box I think I've ever received in the mail from Fanboy Collectibles came a couple days ago, and I finally got around to opening it. And I'm going to be careful how I pick this up because I don't want to drop it, but I'm also waiting for Todd to come back so he can actually see what I'm going to show him. Todd just stepped away. Okay, there he's back. Good. Okay, here we go. Todd, I'm showing you my what's in the box. It is Boba Fett on his throne.
Whoa.
Look at that. This is pretty freaking awesome, I do have to say. I don't know how well it's reading on camera. The head sculpt is phenomenal.
The head sculpt looks...
The head sculpt
looks like it's got more animation than him acting in the show.
The head sculpt is insane.
Yep.
It's so well done. The throne is not that heavy, but it looks like polystone, but it's actually like plastic.
Oh, really? Yeah, it does look like polystone. I was going to say that.
It's a great size. I think it's actually a little bit underscaled, which is fine because it takes up less room in my display cabinet. But it comes with the helmet on, and then the Tamora Morrison head is separate. But I actually like him better with the helmet sort of on the chair next to him.
Yep.
He's also got the full jetpack, which has been repainted and repaired, and he's got a rifle. He's got a million extra hands. He's got, if you wanted to display him standing up, it's got the regular stand as well. It's got all these like rocket attachments, so he can look like he's blasting flames out of his gauntlet. It's got one of the grappling hook with the wire on it that makes it look like it's flying. I mean, really great accessories. I was like looking at this rocket pack and the level of detailing in it, down to the littlest things. I mean, there's this grill on the bottom of it that's like weathered and painted,
look
and
at
all
that.
these tiny little details. And It connects with a magnet right to his back, so it actually sits right on there. The rifle, I mean, the detailing on the rifle is like ridiculous as well. All the dry brushing, it's so well done. The costume is great. This is from the final scene of season 2 of Mandalorian. It's not even from Book of Boba Fett. And I was texting with you guys, like, I ordered this a year and a half ago, and it finally showed up. It was like almost 500
long
days
since the end of that second season.
Yeah. So, when it came, I'm like, oh yeah, that came kind of quick from the Boba Fett show, and I'm like, no, it's from Mandalorian season 2. But it's great. I'm very happy with it. It takes up a bunch of space in the display case, but I'm glad it finally came. So, thank you, Troy, Fanboy Collectibles, and thank you, Hot Toys. It's an awesome piece.
Cool.
All right, Todd, what's in the box?
Okay, so this is in part of my quest to buy everything associated with Moon Knight. This is a set that was a GameStop exclusive. So it's the throwing kind of crescent moon thing, and then also the little scarab. It's got little folding wings and stuff, so it can kind of cool. They both got magnets on the back of them, so I can put it on my microphone there and make a loud noise.
Are they metal or
yeah, they're metal.
Or?
Yeah, they're metal, and again they got magnets on there, and they're kind of cool. I also bought these because, like I said, I and these are just like cosplay accessories, and so also throwing the crescents, but these are a little more to size scale.
Are those like vinyl, or what are those?
Yeah, they're kind of vinyl-y material. They're a little slightly bendy, and I could probably throw them at somebody and not hurt them, but I think they're a little more size accurate, and so anyways,
you'll poke your eye out, kid.
But like I said, not much. Wasn't a ton of products for this show, but I think I managed to buy pretty much everything. So, yeah. So that's my what's in the box. More Moon Knight stuff.
I don't have anything. I got to step up my buying stuff. I don't have anything.
Pretty soon you're gonna have to
next
stop.
Weekend. Yeah, you got to buy as much as you can at Rhode Island, and then you got to slow down and stop. Yeah,
you haven't bought anything at freaking shows in years. I gotta. We'll see.
I go in every year thinking maybe this is the year there'll be some
maybe
cool
there'll be something miraculous.
We know that we'll be able to get mugs if we want to get refillable soda.
Refill if you want to have like 3 gallons of.
If you want diabetes.
What's the name of that place?
Oh, the
Wild Bills. Wild Bills, right?
Soda. Oh,
we know there's going to be pops. Oh, there'll be pops.
There'll be pops. We got to go to that breakfast place. I don't remember the name. Remember
that place was good. Yeah, we got to look that place up. See if it's hopefully still there.
2 different breakfast places. Yeah. So we'll there.
And our friend Brian's going to be there. Brian Mix will be there.
So 4 of us are going. He's an East Coaster now.
No Daryl this year, unfortunately, but
it'll be a good time. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Is anyone doing anything for Halloween?
I'm working from home that day. I'm expecting to be interrupted quite a few times with the doorbell ringing.
Really? Yeah. I'm going to get a lot of kids, but I think
we get a ton.
We're going to have. I have created a pumpkin Mai Tai recipe.
Where the kids will love that.
Not for the kids, for the weekend.
If you publish that on like Instagram, you'll get a lot of people coming to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have pumpkin liqueur. I'm going to switch out some things, and I just got a pumpkin spice syrup to make some pumpkin Mai Tais. Nice. And maybe I'll sit down and show Pam the Werewolf by Night. That would be a good Halloween thing to do.
Yes, I may rewatch it a 4th time. So...
Oh, wait, so Monday... So if we're recording Monday night, that's actually recording on Halloween.
On Halloween.
I don't think we've ever done that before.
I'm part of a group costume for Halloween at work, and we all got Hellfire Club shirts. And so we're just like 80s-ing it up. And
I should have wore that today. Everyone was like, wear a costume to work. I have not even worn that shirt yet.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we're doing. My boss decided she wanted to do like a Halloween contest, or a costume contest, even though most people are working remotely. And I'm debating. My gut inclination is to not participate because that's kind of my go-to with that kind of thing. But then I was like, what if I threw on my Jedi costume with the light up lightsaber and freaked them all out? Like they would be so shocked that I did that.
Yep.
Because the easy thing would be my Star Trek costume, but if I go all out and I do full Jedi,
but you're
with
working
the robe,
from home, where you
no, but if you're remote, you take a picture and send it in. Like, if I pulled the hood down far enough, they wouldn't even know it was me. They'd be like, "Who is this?"
I should have worn my Hellfire shirt. I totally forgot.
And I could stand next to my
Because
stormtrooper.
they said to wear stuff.
Nobody would even believe I have a stormtrooper. Nobody I work with knows I have a life-size stormtrooper in my basement.
You don't need them to know.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that's one of those like down the line sort of things. I feel like it's like
I've been there 30 years, Todd. How much farther down the line
no,
am I supposed to go?
Yeah, but I'm saying not with every single person there. I'm feeling that's kind of the thing they got to wade into. You know, it's
what would
like
freak
Steve
them out
Carell
more?
hiding all the action figures the first time.
What would freak them out more?
comes
That
over.
I have a life-size stormtrooper or a headless mannequin with a screen-used Star Trek costume on it? Which would be freakier for people?
Yeah, Manny Quinn. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Well, anyway, everyone have a good... Well, you hope you had a good Halloween. No. When are we...
This
will
comes
be
out
soon.
before Halloween.
This will be out before Halloween. We're recording very late in the week. But anyway. Any last thoughts? I know last time you're like, oh, do you have last thoughts?
I don't have
I
one
only
this
make
week.
that voice because that's the voice all our wives make when they talk like us.
That's actually the
Oh,
voice
I just want to go to a convention.
That's the voice Dave hears in his head when Todd or I talk to him.
That's right. It's like the,
No, I
it's
get
like the
the
Charlie Brown
Brown
adult
voice.
voice. Wah, 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 wah. So,
Anyway.
On that note,
so everyone have a good Halloween. Do something fun. Go to Rhode Island Comic Con. Tell them the regular Joe sent you. And thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
thanks for listening.